Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce presents the Bowie Business Journal, a program designed to keep our community informed about important business and economic issues.
Welcome to the Bowie Business Journal. I'm your host, Pauline Marquardt with the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce. Today, my guest is George Wood, the president of Bowie Community Media Corporation. What is it?
Bowie Community Media Corporation is Bowie's 501(c) nonprofit cable access station. We provide the programming that you see all throughout Bowie and some of the surrounding areas. We give local people an opportunity to produce television shows using quality, full-in professional studio equipment and be able to express their viewpoints on all different factors of life here in Bowie and throughout. We've been serving the community since 2003, and we've got about 60,000 people here in Bowie.
Okay, and where can BCMC be seen?
Well, BCMC can be seen on Comcast Channel 77 and Verizon Channel 11 here in Bowie. Now, if you live in some of the surrounding areas outside of Bowie and you get Verizon, there is the possibility that you might also be able to see us on Verizon Channel 11. That depends on how Verizon is set up, though. So we're really here for the residents of Bowie. Everything else beyond Bowie is a bonus.
Okay. So where is BCMC located?
BCMC is located at the Ken Hill Center, which is 2614 Ken Hill Drive, Bowie, Maryland, 20715. It's the old City Hall.
Okay.
So for folks who are local, that's where it is.
Okay. How is BCMC funded?
Well, BCMC is funded through it's through a grant from the City of Bowie, which comes from the franchise fees that you see on your cable bill. So when you look at Comcast or Verizon and you see that little line for franchise fees, a very tiny portion of that goes to the City of Bowie, which then a tiny portion of that comes to BCMC as a grant from the City of Bowie. We also are funded through membership dues and sponsorships from businesses.
Okay. What does BCMC televise?
We broadcast local programming pretty much from our local producers, and we're on the air 7 days a week. We also televise a community bulletin board that gives announcements, events, and other happenings around the City of Bowie.
That's exciting. How many local producers do you have?
We have about 25 local producers right now who are active, and they produce about 40 shows a month on average. We're always looking for more.
Well, I know what makes BCMC so special, but I don't know if our audience does. So tell us.
The main thing that makes us so special is that we are laser beam focused on our local area.
Well, tell us a little bit about the programs that we might find on BCMC.
We have all kinds of programs here on BCMC. I'm going to run a short list and then I'll talk about a few.
Okay.
We have religious programs. We have animal rights programs. We have storytelling programs for the children and adults. We have book interviews programs. We have cooking programs. We have numerous different types of talk and variety programs that range the gamut from how to live your life better, coaching kind of life enhancement types of programs, to business education programs, to just some plain old fun, goofy stuff. And everything in between. One of our shows is Where Talent Meets Opportunity. This is a business show that provides our viewers with business strategies, tips, and information for starting, running, maintaining, and growing any small business. They are dedicated to providing small businesses quality business strategies and resources pertaining to all aspects of small business services, support services, and training. The show can help business owners increase their business bottom line in days, not months.
And welcome to Where Talent Meets Opportunity. I'm your show host, Jay McElroy, and I'm here today with Corey Neal, General Manager, K. Neal Truck and Bus Service. And our topic today is going to be growth in certification. And I can tell you that K. Neal has been around for quite some time. They have multiple locations in the Washington metropolitan area. And we're here today to talk to Corey. I'm so excited, Corey.
Thank you.
It's been a long time coming.
Yes.
I've been waiting to talk to you and some of the others there at the company where you work. And so right now, I'd just like for you just to share a little bit about who Corey is.
Corey goes to K. Neal every day.
Corey goes to K. Neal every day. Okay.
Every day. I'm from the Washington metropolitan area. I grew up in Prince George's County. I had a great opportunity to go to St. John's College High School for high school. Lucky enough from there to go on to play at Eastern Michigan University. Graduated there early, started my master's program. Then after that, I had the opportunity to play a little bit of professional on a practice level squad. And after that, I got cut.
Okay.
And then I came home, and my father said, you got to have a job if you live here. So
He put his foot down,
quick,
just a little bit.
Quick, fast, in a hurry.
Okay.
And then I started at K. Neal. I believe that was September 2012, and I've been working there. And during that time there, I finished my master's degree at American University. I finished that last December, so happy to be done with that.
Congratulations.
And now it's just full operations every day.
Full operations. So
Yes.
what is that definition? I know it's huge change from school. So what does full operations mean?
It means managing people.
Managing people. So you have some children to take care of all day.
No, I wouldn't call
No?
them my children.
No children?
They're our business partners.
Business partners, okay.
I'm very blessed to have a great team that works for me
Okay.
and works for the company in general. Couldn't ask for a better staff. Everybody's committed, character, trustworthy people. And, we get after it every day to serve our customers, and that's what we're really about, is serving our customers.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about K. Neal.
Absolutely. So K. Neal, we're a commercial truck and bus dealership located in the Washington metropolitan area. We sell, service, parts, body shop, mobile, 24-hour roadside assistance for commercial vehicles.
You guys have mobile?
Mobile. 8 mobile trucks on the
No
road all
way.
the time.
8?
8. So those
So
guys.
tell me what kind of services can we get with the mobile piece? Because I wasn't aware that you guys had mobile.
Basically, we took the idea we wanted to serve our customers better. And the way we thought we could do that is by having a mobile service truck. So we have 8 box trucks basically on the road that are fully loaded with tools and accessories and able to fix our customers' vehicles on their site, whether that's on a schoolyard or whether that's on the side of the road, just so being able to meet their needs and serve them better.
Oh, wow.
So,
I'm getting excited about this.
I don't know if they can
mobile
help you
thing.
in your car, but if you got a big truck, we
Got
can
a big
definitely-
truck, you can handle it.
Absolutely.
So what types of trucks are we talking? I mean, a lot of times we look around, and I mean, I'm a truck girl, I love trucks.
Absolutely.
But I'm sure you're not talking about like a F-150 or something like that.
No, our industry isn't that sexy.
Okay.
We're more on the side of heavy duty. So we have 18-wheelers. We're mainly a medium duty truck company. So that basically means box trucks that you'll see delivering stuff from outside into Washington, D.C. or in the Washington area. But a lot of people don't know this. We're also just as big as a bus dealership as we are a truck dealership.
Okay.
And that's on the school bus side. And we deliver anywhere from 400 to 600 school buses a year. Probably
Wow.
300 in the state of Maryland and probably another 100 to 250 in our GSA contract.
Wow.
So it's
That's huge.
yeah, it's
That's
exciting.
really huge. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the bus piece.
Absolutely.
Now, I know in this county we have the metro buses I've seen on the road. I've seen the bus on the road. How would you all work with someone that may be in a procurement office there?
The way that we would kind of approach that is, K. Neal offers service, and we take pride in serving our customer. And we believe that we have the people in place that are able to serve customers, whether that's the county, whether that's on the state, local, or federal level. And the way that we go after certain contracts is we'll sit there and say, okay, first, do we have the people to support this contract? Do we have the ability to serve at K. Neal standard for that contract? And once we have that and we put that on paper, then it's about, is this a win for both us and the people on the other side of the contract? We want to be fair business partners. You get into a long contract with someone, and as long as everybody's fair and everybody has each other's best interests in mind, everybody can be happy. They can have the services they need, and we can provide them that.
One of our health shows is called Let's Talk Sarcoidosis. This was created by host executive producer Dorothea Howard, who was personally afflicted by this disease in 1984 at the age of 26 years. Sarcoidosis is an inflammatory illness that causes non-cancerous granulomas that can affect any major organ of your body. It affects both men and women globally between the ages of 20 and 40 years old. Her show helps educate the community regarding awareness, research, and symptoms. Contributors are patients who talk about their personal stories and help others living with this disease, and medical professionals who contribute their expertise to create much needed attention that this illness is lacking.
And I would like to welcome back my guest, Sherelle Moore Tucker. She's a best-selling author of Transparent Faith, which I absolutely love that name, and also the creator of Faith and Flow Yoga, 5 Sense Wellness. Welcome back to the show today to help everyone that's watching.
Thank you so much for having me back.
Yeah, I'm excited because your name was out there, and you're pretty much moving mountains and going to conventions, retreats, and doing a lot of good things for people. And I wanted to start out by asking you about the wellness business. So tell us about your wellness business.
My wellness business.
Yes.
Well, I'm so excited with everything that God has been allowing me to do. Last year and this year has been particularly amazing. I've been able to do a little bit more travel with my wellness business and meet all types of people that are really inspired by learning how to be well and to live well. And so my wellness business basically works with components that everyone has and that they're able to do. It works with the components of meditation, how we breathe, focused breathing, and movement. And so those are the components that I really work with, as well as the senses, our 5 senses, and how important they are and how they can be used as tools to increase our wellness as we live day in and day out here in this very crazy world, right? We're all looking for balance of some sort, and it's not necessarily about having the 6-pack abs or getting in a size 2 dress or anything like that. So my business is not necessarily focused on those things that sometimes people think about when you say health or fitness, but it's more so wellness, how you live and how you move in this world, how you feel about yourself, how you interact with others. That's really what it's about, and many of those components start from the inside out, and that's really my focus, starting within, and then those things that you work on can be manifested on the outside.
Wow, that's beautiful. Now, I know what led me to my wellness path because of living with sarcoidosis.
Right.
So I want to ask you, what led you to your wellness path?
My wellness path started really, really early. I've always been very active. I can remember as far back as elementary school, middle school, high school, running track. But more so the focus was different. I did it because I enjoyed it. And then as I got older, it was more so for appearances, wanting to stay thin and everyone telling you the way to stay fit is to do cardio and all those things. So it was more so of, I felt like I kind of had to do it. This had to kind of be a part of my lifestyle. And having that perspective, a lot of things changed. When I was serving in the military, I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis at 23, 24 years old. And that really changed how I viewed fitness, wellness, health, everything. I was always active, and all of a sudden I wasn't so active anymore, and I didn't really know how to deal with that. And so a doctor that I was seeing at the time recommended that I give yoga a try. And when I initially tried it, I didn't like it. I had to just be transparent with that. I didn't like it. It was too slow. I just did not get how this was going to help me run my 6-minute mile. How is this going to help? It didn't make sense. And so I continued to live with the pain of osteoarthritis, which played into every element of my life, how I interacted with others, how I felt about myself. I dealt with bouts of depression being so young, and the doctor not really understanding why I was dealing with it.
So there was a lot of psychological issues that I dealt with along with the physical pain, not being able to walk for long periods of time and things like that. And so eventually the doctor's voice echoed in my head a couple of years later, and I said, let me give this yoga thing one more try.
One of our variety shows is Look at This, which is my show. It's an anthology of variety topics covering the mundane to the bizarre. It spotlights different areas of interest and opens doors of wonders and excitement.
Heard it like a bagpipe. Sounds like a bagpipe. This instrument was invented about 1,000 years ago in a German monastery, and it's been variously an instrument of the troubadours, a church instrument to accompany chant, street musicians, and in the 18th century it became a very popular instrument among the upper classes. It's played by particularly women, and it was adopted by the wife of the King of France, Louis XV, and his musically gifted daughters.
It's business and popular trends.
To see my computer image again. On my desktop, I saw I was looking sick. I had lost my hair. My eyes were swollen with bleeding veins. In a frenzy, I pounded on my keyboard. I saw myself changing in my mirror into the depraved monster that I had become.
We've opened discussions on cell phone and device addiction. Can have real-world psychological and physiological effects, including impaired thinking, lack of communication, loss of sleep, and many more. Let's find out what others have to say about this alarming new trend.
Computer drugs, computer drugs, computer drugs, computer drugs.
The question is, are cell phones and other devices addictive? Touché, you can say lots of things, tomato, tomato, but the bottom line is this. Webster defines an addict or addiction as someone or a person who needs a drug. If you want to reformulate, is a cell phone a drug? Well, it's not marijuana, it's not crack cocaine, it's not alcohol, but it could be addictive. So if it could be addictive, then it could be a drug, defined by Webster.
Are you addicted to your smartphone?
I'm addicted to my smartphone.
Presented leadership and acting techniques to improve your business.
You just look at each other's eyes. Don't look, don't go. Oh, I see that hand. No, won't work. It's concentration. Okay?
And highlighted some fascinating real-world behaviors. You never know what you're going to see on Look at This, and it will always surprise and amaze you.
Lieutenant Frank Luke, over the span of 17 days in September 1918, shot down 18 German aircraft. 14 balloons and 4 planes were destroyed in only 30 hours of aerial combat. This incredible feat propelled him to the coveted status of ace, second only to Ace of Aces Captain Eddie Rickenbacker. Rickenbacker said Lieutenant Frank Luke was the most daring aviator and greatest fighter pilot of the entire war. Lieutenant Luke was born on May 19, 1897 in Phoenix, Arizona. He exemplified the qualities of a combat pilot: razor-sharp instincts, natural hunting skills, and exceptional courage. Shortly after war was declared, he enlisted, taking these skills to the Army Aviation School in the late fall of 1917. In April 1918, Luke was assigned to the 27th Aero Squadron, known as the Screaming Eagles, based outside of Paris. Luke vowed to take on the toughest targets on the battlefield, the well-protected German observation balloons. On September 12th, he did just that. After 3 dangerous passes, he downed his first balloon. 6 days later, Luke shot down 5 more enemy aircraft. General Billy Mitchell personally congratulated Luke for his balloon-busting victories. Luke told him, "If you return tomorrow evening, you'll see 2 more balloons burn up." General Mitchell was not disappointed. Frank Luke continued his run, and on September 18th he shot down 2 balloons and 3 planes in less than 10 minutes, an incredible feat never again equaled in the annals of aerial combat. 11 days later, on September 29th, Luke took off alone and unauthorized. He dropped a note from his plane which read, "Watch 3 hung balloons on the Meuse." Those on the ground observed an amazing and unbelievable sight as all 3 balloons were shot out of the sky. After Luke finished off the last balloon, he was ambushed by 5 German fighters. He was wounded during the battle and driven from the sky. Before he crash-landed, he strafed a German column, killing 6 and wounding 12. Armed with only a pistol, Luke refused to surrender to German troops. In a running shootout, Lieutenant Frank Luke was killed. He was just 22 years old. Ace fighter pilot and hero, Lieutenant Frank Luke, whose courageous actions will never be forgotten, was posthumously awarded the Distinguished Service Cross and the Congressional Medal of Honor. The American Legion. Remembering the heroes of the past. Encouraging the heroes of the future. Helping veterans for 100 years. Honor. Duty. Country. Brought to you by the American Legion, Department of Arizona.
Are there any other types of shows that aren't currently on BCMC that you would like to see?
There are quite a few. We would like to have a really good, solid, roving local news show, specifically focused here in Bowie. We'd also like to have some kind of show that spotlights the good works that individuals and organizations are doing. And we'd also like to have a sports show. After all, the sports junkies got their start right here on BCMC.
So how do you become a producer?
Becoming a producer is very easy. Once you decide that you would like to produce a television show, then all you have to do is fill out the proper paperwork, meet the residency requirements, and pay your producer fee, and then qualify for studio time and learning the equipment. And we'll help you with all of that. So all you have to do is give us a call at the office or come in, and we'll be more than happy to walk you through the system.
Okay. If I wanted to produce a show, what would I use?
Well, there are a couple of different ways that you could produce a show. You could use your own equipment and go off into wherever you go, shoot everything, to edit it yourself, and then bring it in, and we'll finish it off and polish it up for you. Or some people have been doing this for so long, they produce very good quality shows, so all we have to do is put it in the system the way it is. The other way is to come into the studio here at the City of Bowie, Ken Hill Center, and work together with the studio techs, learn to use the equipment. We will help you do that, and be creative and your glorious, wonderful self, and then we will help you edit it and polish it up and get a completed show together that would be broadcast. Or any combination of the above works. The main thing is to get those ideas, those viewpoints, and that talent down, so then it can be put out for everybody to see.
Okay. You expect me to shoot and edit?
That's okay. We can help you do that. We have a rudimentary training that everybody goes through to learn how to use the studio equipment, to give you the basics of what you need to know. and then you can bring in whatever you have, and then the studio techs will help you finish it and polish it up.
How many people watch BCMC? Tell me about your ratings.
Well, BCMC doesn't actually have any ratings. In fact, no public access station has ratings, because ratings are for commercial broadcasts, and they are basically designed to measure the number of viewers so the stations can calculate advertising costs. We don't have advertising, so we don't use that method. What we do instead is what we call grocery store ratings. And what I mean by that is that when people are recognized in the grocery store or outside in the community, then you know people are watching the show. I had a great example of that. I was in a production, and the production was a showing of the play The Pajama Game. And in The Pajama Game, I played a character whose pants fell down all the time because they were testing pajamas. And so I had these wild colored boxers that were part of the production, because I wore a different color every night. And so after this had been broadcast, people would stop me in the grocery store and ask me, what underwear am I wearing? And I had a lady come up and, I knew her, but come up and, pull it up to see. So that really, people get that all the time. Our producers are recognized throughout Bowie. The guests are on the show are recognized, and sometimes somebody says, hey, I saw you on TV. Well, that's a pretty good indication that we're being watched. Basically, Bowie, there are about 22,000 subscribers between Comcast and Verizon, and there are roughly 60,000 residents here in Bowie. And so we pretty much can say that we've got a pretty large following of folks who have the ability to see the show.
That sounds really great. How do I become a sponsor?
Becoming a sponsor is very easy. Come in and talk to us about what your business is, and we will give you an idea of where we place it. What we do for sponsorship is place a slide or a short video of your business before and after every show, depending on the rates that you're willing to pay. Because our shows are run quite frequently, you get a lot of exposure for a very, very small amount of money. It's one of the best deals that you can get, especially here in Bowie, because we are locally focused. So as a local business, you're going to be advertising to your target market.
I'd like to thank my guest, George Wood, and I'm looking forward to hearing more exciting news about the future shows and the happenings at BCMC. Thank you so much for watching the Bowie Business Journal. See you next time.
The Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce presents the Bowie Business Journal, a program designed to keep our community informed about important business and economic issues.